Hi! So today I thought I'd share with you a little tip that might be useful to you to help you feel better, or if you're working with somebody that might help them feel better. It links to the language pattern of things are looking up, because when we look up, we tend to feel better, things feel brighter. And I've been working with a couple of teams recently who'd been running quite a negative program. And what I really noticed is when I looked at those teams, when they're running their program, they would be crouched down like this, and they would be telling me all whatever it was, the stories about how they're feeling and the things would not be good. They'd be telling me all of that. So what I did when I was working with them is I was like, right, I really want to know how you feel, because feelings are important and we have to acknowledge those. But let's do it differently. So I want you talking to me up here. So I would literally stand in front of them and say, okay, tell me how you're feeling, but look up here. And what I did is get them to physiologically move. So from being down here to flipping around and looking up. Because when things are looking up, literally they're looking up, and we're not being downright miserable. So literally as I looked at them, can you see my little card? From observing their behaviour being down here, I wanted to get their attention up here. So literally looking up, because that's when the shift happens, because it's really hard for the brain to run those negative programs when it's less easy to do that when you're looking up. So then once I got them in that position, and I was like, and every time they tried to go back down there, I was like, we're not doing down there, back up here. And then I started to invite them to talk to me about how things might be different, how they'd like to feel. And it was much easier for them to access the program when they're looking up there. So this is like a little tip that I can share with you that might be useful to you. So if either you're running a program that's not helpful, so you're feeling less than your best self, a bit depressed, a bit fed up, a bit down in the dumps, literally down in the dumps, it might be really useful for you to consider moving your physical position and starting to look up and literally allow your body to go into a different position, maybe even stand up, get that perspective, because that can make a real difference. But again, if you're working with somebody or you're talking to somebody that's perhaps not in a good place, just recognise that body shift from being downright miserable to a place where things are looking up could be a really useful thing to do. And again, if you think about it, especially when I work with my teams, they're always on the phone. So they're always like in this position. It's not useful. It's where the body runs the depression program or the fed up program or the program. So yeah, if we can change that, just get that. So you're looking up, you're lifting your eye line, and you hopefully will start to feel better or support people. It's easier to do that stuff, to make that transition. So I hope that little tip is useful to you, or maybe to somebody that you support or work with in some way. Anyway, that's my top tip. Just, if you want things to feel better, make sure things are looking up, or you're looking up. Top tip for the day. Thank you.